Sweet Puka. That's not usually his lane there.
Hey, he's kind of smiling the whole time. It's not like he's
Guess
me
what?
or anything.
Guess what? The difference between 50-something a year and 40-something a year is something that, the capologist will figure out.
Well, that's another.
Let me tell you
that's
something.
Another starter.
I'm telling you, Brock Purdy's contract is going to start with a 5. I'm looking you right in the face, and I know that pisses you off, and I'm looking you right in the face, and you don't care. Okay.
He
because
plays.
Your quarterback is the only one that starts with a 6.
Yeah, we're big dog styles over here.
I don't know. I mean, is Jaden Daniels going to be the next one to hit that 6?
At this rate, Jaden Daniels will be 7.
But honestly, everybody keeps coming in the 5s. Everybody keeps coming in the 5s.
I mean, that's a good, solid number for the players who deserve it.
And I don't blame the Niners if they wanted to start with a 4 and they'll keep. This thing doesn't need to get done right now.
Well, remember, that was the initial report that it was 45 was the first offer.
But I don't think that would be the difference between their window opening and closing. The difference between their window opening and closing, if Purdy doesn't play well, that would be the difference.
Or all the other stars leave town.
Dude, honestly, so he makes mid 50s or low 50s instead of mid 40s. It's like that's 1 or 2 players that they don't have.
Right, that's a big
and
deal.
That's not the difference between the window opening and closing, to be very honest with you. Jerry Dulac talking about the Steelers coming up. But I just found that interesting. Like, Puka, I didn't know he had that in him.
Puka just like,
well, you could just see also the reaction of all of Edelman's friends.
Well, Rams, Niners.
Did you notice they didn't say a word?
They were just like,
oh, wait a minute. Okay. Puka just went there, A, and then B. Oh, what else do you have to say, Puka?
Rams and Niners, there's no love there, right?
I know that, but
no love.
I'll just say this one more time. Everybody that's throwing dirt, okay? Everyone that's throwing dirt in the direction of Santa Clara. I think there'll be some receipts. Robert Saleh's there. As we all know, he's the most famous receipt holder. How'd that work out? Moving on. At any rate,
we got haters.
Saleh's back as the defensive coordinator. I think we don't talk about that enough.
Big move.
I know a lot of the people that were starters are now starters elsewhere, and I think the depth chart will be in question in the same way as it was in Dallas last year. The depth chart may be in question. Let's see what they do in the draft.
They got a lot of picks.
Okay, let's see what they do in the draft, and Purdy is going to be signed, everyone. And I think it's going to start with a 5. Because he's been to honestly, his resume mandates it. Whether he takes it or not, because, he's been convinced there's other players to get it, I think he would just willingly take it. But he's their guy, people. And it's not just like there's a bunch of Stunads walking around there in pads and helmets.
Some talent.
But everybody's just looking at the Niners saying, man, they're not.
Whatever Rich Eisen says is true.
Who said that?
That's Purdy.
Oh, that's Purdy.
I mean, unless
okay.
someone wrote that wrong.
No, it was Brock Purdy.
You mean Del Tufo wrote that wrong?
Yes.
Oh, let me hear that one more time.
Whatever Rich Eisen says is true.
By the way, I didn't say that to ask to hear it again just because I was wondering if it was Purdy. I just like hearing that.
Niners have 11 picks in the draft.
Dude.
A lot of capital to move up, make some moves.
Or choose some really good players. You just heard Pelissero say the reason why there's not a lot of movement in the first round is a lot of people think picks 8 through 25 are of a similar tier.
Yeah, kind of the same.
Okay. Niners have one of those.
They do.
Okay. They're going to get a really good player, 11th overall, and then we'll see what else they do. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.